The news just coming in that Rajya Sabha chairman has accepted the BJP merger announced by MP Raghav Chadha along with 6 others who left the Aam Aadmi party last week. Now, the BJP's total tally in Rajya Sabha has now climbed to 113 with names of Raghav Chadha, Ashok Mittal, Sandeep Pathak, Vikramjit Singh Sahni, Harbhajan Singh, Swati Maliwal and Rajendra Gupta now featuring in the party's list. Kiran Rijiju put out a post on the X and he said that Rajya Sabha chair's nod to the merger is almost like welcoming them to the nation-building NDA under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Goodbye to Tukde Tukde Indie Alliance. This is what Kiran Rijiju has written. But Raghav Chadha, who's also been facing a lot of flack for his moves, has today released a video, which is very, very interesting. He's trying to give explanation as to why he had to quit the party. He says that he can be heard in that video saying that Aam Aadmi Party said it had been betrayed despite having given Chadha every opportunity, including appointing him to senior posts and making him the youngest ever at 33 Rajya Sabha MP. Now, on the Instagram, what he has written is that this was the wrong party I was in. I was not given an opportunity to work. There was toxic environment in the party, and which is why I was forced to leave and join BJP. He said that 1 or 2 people can be wrong, but not 6 people, or also the old brigade of Aam Aadmi Party, which left. And they left for a reason. This is what he had to say. And he said that he will continue raising the people's issues. And moreover, he was happy that now he will have solutions as well. This is what Raghav Chadha said. Sanjay Singh, you heard, said that he's going to, the party, the Aam Aadmi Party is going to seek disqualification of the MP. So where does the situation stand? And we'll try and talk about this issue in detail. Joining me this evening is a very special guest, veteran journalist, author and political commentator. Ashutosh joins us, who was also part of the Aam Aadmi Party once upon a time. Thank you so much, Ashutosh, for joining. And my first question to you is regarding this story coming in that the Rajya Sabha chairman has accepted the merger of Raghav Chadha along with 6 other MPs. And what does it mean now? Of course, the tally in the Rajya Sabha for BJP has increased, but what does it mean for Aam Aadmi Party and for the NDA?
See, first of all, I really fail to understand that how this could be called a merger. Because if you go by if you go by the anti-defection law, the anti-defection law very clearly says the party not only have to be broken by 2/3, but also the merger. But the issue is the merger of what? A group of people who are leaving the original political party or only legislature party. So here what has happened is a split has taken place into the legislature party, not in the original party. Original party is still there. And so calling this as a party merger with the BJP, I think it requires a lot of constitutional inquiries and the constitutional investigation, and this is a controversial decision in that sense. Though the speakers and the chairperson has been known to making such controversial decision. If you look at the case in Maharashtra and how a split in the Shiv Sena and the split into the in NCP were legitimized, and the matter is still pending in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has to decide about it. And in fact, in the Supreme Court is one of the decisions have categorically told that the original party and the whip, it's very important over there. So here the split has taken only into a legislature party, and imagine this party has a government in Haryana too, in Punjab too, with an overwhelming majority. 92 legislature are there with Aam Aadmi Party. So I don't know why it has been called as a split, and I think this leads a very serious legal constitutional inquiry. And I'm sure in the coming days there will be more light will be thrown on this. About the breaking split in the Aam Aadmi Party which has taken place, you know that I don't make any personal comments about, because I had worked with all of them. And so I basically keep myself away from such comments. But yes, I think this crisis was brewing for a very long time. It's not new, and the problem goes not with any particular individual, but the problem is because of an existence of a non-institutional framework. Uh, Existence of a non-institutional framework. A political party is not known by one individual or the two individuals. One or two individual can be very powerful, can be in a position of decide anything and everything, but an institutional framework is very important. Unfortunately, the Aam Aadmi Party was started its career as opposing the non-democratization of other political parties, the existence of the high command culture, non-transparency, opaque system, but it has become a victim of the traditional politics, in where the democracy is almost non-existent in the party itself, and there is no other systematic apparatus working over there. All are then only on the papers, and only one man matters, and that is Arvind Kejriwal. And whatever he decides is a final, and everybody has to abide by that. I think this crisis which has come out, that all seven member of parliament from the Rajya Sabha has decided to leave Aam Aadmi Party and carve their own and decided to go join BJP, is important, because this is the second most serious setback for the Aam Aadmi Party after losing Delhi election. I'm sure the party leadership will take into consideration such setbacks and will try to find a solution.
But Ashu, when you say that the party lacks an institutional framework, what does it actually mean? Is there no system within the party? Like, say, for example, we'll just take small examples, like when you have to finalize the ticket distribution, how does the system work? And Raghav Chadha has been repeatedly saying that the atmosphere was getting very, very toxic for him to continue. He was not given a chance to work. How was it when you were there, when you were part of the system? Was it the same as what Raghav Chadha is describing?
See, obviously, Raghav Chadha has left parties. Obviously, he has his own reasons to talk about it. But no disrespect to him. He's like my younger brother. But I think he got so much in the party itself at a very young age. He became a Rajya Sabha member. And he, at one point of time, he was almost the de facto chief minister of Punjab. And he was very powerful then. And he was the vice chairman of the Jal board. He became an MLA. He contested a parliament election, and then also became the Rajya Sabha member. Tell me which boy of 37 years had got so much without any dynasty. That's again because Akhilesh Yadav can always say that he became a chief minister at the age of 36, and there are other people also. Like Mayawati also became a chief minister at a very young age, but he got. He got many opportunities, and he owes his existence to the party itself. There's no doubt about it. I can understand there could be some miscommunication between him and the top leadership, and between him and the Kejriwal. And he was at one point of time he was a blue-eyed boy of Arvind Kejriwal. In fact, many senior leader has a difficult in accepting those positions. But besides that, see, when I was in Aam Aadmi Party, I could say that there was still. Democracy was there. The highest decision-making body, Political Affairs Committee, used to meet regularly, and we could differ with him. We could differ with Arvind Kejriwal, and he used to listen to us too. But over a period of time, I think the party has transformed. The party has become a different political party. The party I used to know was not the party when I left Aam Aadmi Party. So the Aam Aadmi Party has changed and has changed tremendously. And what information we have at the moment is nobody matters except him, and he decides everything, and everybody has to follow. And in fact, I wrote a column for the Prabhat Khabar Akhbar, and there I said that every leader has an expiry date. As long as you are useful to the party, you will be there. And if you are not useful to the party, then obviously that expiry date catches you, and then you become irrelevant in the party. I think it is the sense of feeling irrelevance and the sense of losing your patience. Is sometimes becomes too deep for a person, and then if he can't understand what is happening with him or her, then probably he's left with no other option than to leave the party. So I can understand a miscommunication happening between all these seven members and the party leadership. But in politics, if you do not have patience, then obviously you will be in a dire situation. But I'm sure all these. I'm sure all these are smart people, and they know where is the greener pasture.
No, but when you say miscommunication, is it so simplistic, or the rot is much deeper? To just understand that it was a simple miscommunication by which Raghav Chadha quit the party, and he not only quit, he took away 6 more MPs along with him. This is like splitting the party through the spine, actually. So, is it just miscommunication, or was it something deeper? The rot had set in, and Raghav Chadha thought that it's time now to stem that rot, and that's the only way you take away the 6, 7 MPs altogether.
See, frankly speaking, I'm not surprised that Raghav has left. I'm also not surprised that why Swati has left, and both are dear friend of mine, and I work with both of them. I'd never worked with Sandeep Pathak. When Sandeep Pathak joined Aam Aadmi Party, I was there, but I think I had a very little interaction with him. And other four, all of them are businessmen. So I'm not surprised by Swati and Raghav leaving Aam Aadmi Party. Because they had a serious issues with the top leadership. And if you remember how Swati Maliwal came out in tears, and then there was the whole controversy that she was beaten up in Arvind Kejriwal's house, something all that, and that it went on and on. And then there was also murmur in the rumors for the last almost a year that Raghav Chadha was not in good terms with the party leadership, and when party was in crisis, when the party leadership was in jail for a very long time, then he didn't come. He didn't come to defend them, and he was seen to be in London or other places. So there was serious question mark about his loyalty. I do not know how true it is, but there was serious question mark about his loyalty, and the people were gossiping about it within the party and outside. That sooner or later he will leave party and he will join BJP. So his going to the BJP did not surprise me. Swati Maliwal leaving party is not a surprise for me. And all the four other Rajya Sabha members, with all of them, I have no interaction with all those four members. In fact, I never met them. Also not surprised, because they have a business interest, and that business interest has to be protected. The Ashok Mittal, who became a deputy leader in the Rajya Sabha, Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha, and then 10 days back, an ED raid was there on his different premises. At if I remember, 11 premises, and for 3 days. So he realized that it's good to be not with Aam Aadmi Party, but to join BJP. So to be safe and save his business. But what surprised me is the exit of Sandeep Pathak. Extremely hardworking and very a different person altogether. And nobody has heard that he had some problem with the top leadership. In fact, so when I heard his name that he's leaving, and I'm also told that even the Arvind Kejriwal is surprised by his exit, and he never thought that he can leave him. And he again is a very young achiever. He was an IT and is assistant professor over there, and then within 10 years' time, he was co-in charge of Punjab, and then he became Rajya Sabha member. Very low profile, very, very low profile. But the most important thing is, at one point of time, he was the second most powerful man in the party. He was holding the post of General Secretary organization, like a BJP. So he was a very powerful person, and his diktat used to run in the party. And despite holding such an important position, despite being one of the young Rajya Sabha members, why did he leave? That's something a mystery to me. I'm sure he must have some solid reasons, but not what has been told about others. His case.
Actually, the first day when Raghav Chadha quit the party, and the other names also started floating in, everyone started saying that it was an Operation Lotus, which was done on Rajya Sabha. Now, do you see a typical BJP hand in this entire conspiracy, if we may call it? I don't know. Or would you say that this was something which was brewing within the Aam Aadmi Party, and BJP tried to use that opportunity for its own interests?
See, Operation Lotus cannot succeed if the people at the other end of the spectrum are not willing to oblige. So obviously, it goes both ways. It cuts both ways. See, the three things which reinforces my point that Operation Lotus was there, and BJP was interested in splitting Aam Aadmi Party. One, as I said, When Ashok Mittal became the deputy CM and Raghav was removed as a deputy leader in the Aam Aadmi Party legislature party, then if you remember, Punjab police had given him Z plus security to Raghav, and that Z plus security was withdrawn, and immediately central government obliged Raghav and given him the Z category security. So the speed with which he was given his security was reinforced. That was the one indication. Secondly, this ED raid on Ashok Mittal. That means they had really targeted them, and ED raid on one person sent signals to rest of them that you all are also you can also be targeted, and you are in the firing line. And then with the speed with which this merger has been announced by the vice chairman in the Rajya Sabha, and without taking into the consideration the constitutional and the legal issues, because this requires I must say, let me repeat again, it's a really problematic, and whether it stands the scrutiny of law, that's a different thing altogether. So all these three means Operation Lotus was there, and it was working, and if they were the willing partners on the other side, then obviously it succeeded. But again, I'll put the case of Sandeep Pathak as a very different case altogether. And that is something which is a mystery, and that has to be unraveled. Why did he leave? Despite holding such a powerful position and being given everything which the party could have given to him. So, and it is his case which hints a larger malaise in the party. It is his case, not the Swati Maliwal's case or the Raghav Chadha's case, because everybody knew that sooner or later they will BJP. So whatever video he or she is making is for me is irrelevant and doesn't make sense to me. Because anybody and everybody who leaves a political party, obviously he will not say that he's leaving party for the greener pasture or for a bigger to make his career out of it or something like this. They will the party you are leaving will always criticize that party, and then because unless you cite reasons that because of this I'm leaving for good or bad or ugly, whatever means, how will you justify your leaving party and joining another party? So that video or anything doesn't mean anything to me in that.
Absolutely.